Oh, this you crazy mother.
The Desk Dash from BeelineSim, a fully functional USB-powered gauge cluster for your sim rig that comes with a 10,000 RPM tachometer, oil temperature, water temperature, oil pressure, and fuel level gauges. At BeelineSim, we integrate professional-grade gauges from Marshall Instruments, control hardware and software from simprojects.com, and our own cross-connects and chassis fabrication to bring you a plug-and-play solution that is pre-tested, pre-assembled, and pre-configured. The Desk Dash has a programmable shift indicator, warning indicators, and your choice of orange or white backlighting with the flick of a switch. The Desk Dash, only from BeelineSim. If you're looking for realism, it doesn't get any better than this. This is the finish line. This is Beeline. Visit us on the web at BeelineSim.com. This is the finish line. You don't get here by quitting the race a few laps early, or by driving at half throttle. You get here by giving it 100%. So if you're a sim racer, why would you settle for a steering wheel that's only 80% of what you need? Instead, upgrade your stock G27 with a full-size wheel from BeelineSim products. BeelineSim provides customized controls and systems integration for the sim racer that's looking for an extra edge over the competition. Our wheel upgrade kits are pre-wired to plug right into your G27 with no loss of button or shift indicator functionality. Everything comes complete, including a full-size 13.5-inch Grant Formula GT wheel, HDPE adapter hub, button plate made from 1/4-inch ABS plastic, along with all of the connectors and mounting hardware you need for just $150 plus shipping. So why settle for 80% of a wheel when you can have 100% with an upgrade kit from BeelineSim? This is the finish line. This is Beeline. Visit us at BeelineSim.com.
Welcome back everyone to this iRacing event here on the Yeah Broadcasting Network. Tonight it is the ECR Elite Championship Racing Ford Ecobost 100, the BeelineSim Series, the B cars, here at Homestead, Miami, for this final race to see who will win this coveted BeelineSim Products Trophy for the 2017 ECR season. As we go out on the track here, you guys can see that the weather is very hot here tonight. It is 80 degrees in the air, 106 degrees on the track. The humidity is 61% and a wind speed of 19.91 kilometers per hour. So, these guys have some very hard conditions here tonight for this final race of the season. And we have 17 drivers out here tonight, with your 4 chase people being in here tonight, of course. We have the 90 of TREVOR ROPPOLO, who has 8 wins this season. The 28 of Matthew George, who has no wins, but he's got plenty of top 5s and top 10s. And it does not take an actual winner here tonight for one of these guys to win to obtain that trophy. As long as one places above the other, that will be the champion. The 17 of JOHNATHAN Boger, he has 2 wins with a lot of top 5s. And the 68 of ROB HAYNES with 3 wins and a lot of top 5s and a lot of top 10s. So, that said, let's go ahead and go through your drivers that are here tonight. We have the 90 of TREVOR ROPPOLO, the 05 of James Lehman, the 4 of Luis Mazzo, 81 of Joshua Susi, 17 of JOHNATHAN Boger, 24 of Nick Olson, 28 of Matthew George, 31 of Douglas Hess, 61 of Josh Mayo, and the 68 of ROB HAYNES. Followed by the 2 of Chad Engel, the 98 of Jeffrey Ford, 62 of Jim Westerfield, 26 of Caleb Sheets, 45 of Jeremy Morrison, 19 of Nick Gillis, and the 33 of Daniel Reese. Anthony will be in the booth and will be RC here tonight. They are currently in driver's meeting, so they will be on the track here in a couple minutes doing their qualifying round. As you see, Ford's out there getting a little extra practice. The number 98 Jeffrey Ford running that FEG Ford Entertainment Group Mustang. And don't forget, check him out tomorrow night to see our final race for the ECRL Cup Series. The link is in the description below. That is brought to you by Pit Stop Designs. These guys out here qualifying now. Let's see if we can pinpoint one of them out on the track. Looks like 61 of Josh Mayo is out there right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at his car. Running a very sleek Harley Davidson. I like that. The skull is on the side like that. And just keeping it real simple on the hood. We're supposed to have Ed Adams in here as well tonight, but I'm not sure if he's going to show up. And from what these guys were saying, these guys will get about 28-29 laps on fuel, so expect a 25 lap fuel run for 3 pit stops if these guys make it green. You guys saw last night in the truck series, these guys went green the entire way. So hopefully they can mirror that tonight and have a good clean race out there. But these B cars, I tell you what, these are tough. The track is a lot tougher here tonight. The temperature is not easily dealt with, so makes me wonder how tomorrow night's race is going to be in the Cup Series. JOHNATHAN Boger currently your fastest out there with a 30.086. Straight across the board, too. James Lehman waiting to go out. Caleb Sheets out there putting down a good qualifying time as well. And you guys are more than welcome to chat. In the live chat, always open. And if you guys are rooting for anyone, give any shout-outs or ask anything about the league, open enrollment and open enrollment, but recruitment starts this week. The off-season starts Thursday, so these guys will be looking for new rookies for the 2018 UCR season. Matthew George putting in a lap right now. Let's currently take a look to see who is sitting on the pole. And of course, one of the fastest guys in this series, TREVOR ROPPOLO, with a 30.032. 177.27 miles per hour for a top speed. I honestly think he will be the man to beat here tonight. Matthew George landed himself in 6th right now. He's still got another lap, I do believe. No, that was it. That was his fast lap. These guys have 5 minutes to qualify. It used to be 10. But we decided to change that up at the beginning of this year, simply because 5 minutes is more than enough time to qualify. Now that does change on a road course, so keep that in mind as well. Susie's out there right now, that number 81 in the U.S. Army, putting in a hot lap of his own. Maybe not. He's already put in his lap. I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah, he's probably waiting for that checkered flag to drop. And now these guys will be getting 100 laps here tonight. For those of you watching out there, who's going to be your fan favorites or your actual picks for the winners here tonight? And don't mind the ticker is wrong, but that will adjust as soon as these guys cross the start-finish line and start lap 1 here tonight. I hope you guys are excited for this as I am. It's been a long season for these boys. 33 races for the total season for these guys. 32 races already done. Most of these guys have made all the races, so they're happy to be here this week. They're happy to be here for this very last race of the BeelineSim Series season. And I think I just heard the broadcast booth door open. Is that Anthony?
Yes, sir. I come in and you're being racist. Or talking about racist. Oh, wait. Never mind. It's races. R-A-C-E-S. What's going on, man?
Oh, not much, not much. I was wondering if Ed was going to come in here too, but I haven't seen him yet.
Yeah, he hasn't responded to me. I wrote him to see if he was going to come, but he's ignoring right now, so I don't think... Maybe he'll be late. I don't know. Try to talk Thomas into coming. I'm a man of my word.
Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate not being in here alone tonight, especially for the last race of the season. Pretty excited for this. How about you?
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. I didn't get to see much of practice. Got a little bit of intel from guys, seeing what the laps were for fuel. And you know, I'm rooting on my guy Jonathan Boger here tonight, starting second. So hopefully he's got something for Trevor.
Let's hope so. Trevor, one of the fastest guys in this series for the season. Definitely the man to beat, but these guys all started this round with the same amount of points, so it's whoever finishes above the other takes the trophy. I absolutely love this series. Don't get me wrong, I love the truck series, but I love these cars because they're not a cup car, but sometimes they drive better than the cup car. What are your thoughts on that?
My bad, they're talking to me in the admin channel. What's going on?
I was saying, you know, don't get me wrong, I love the trucks, but I love these cars too because they're not quite the cup car, but sometimes they actually drive better than the cup car.
Oh yeah, man, these cars are the most fun to drive in my opinion. I'm actually thinking about running for the B Car Championship next year, but we see a lot of great racing.
And from what I've seen throughout the year, watching over on Christian's channel there, it's been a hell of a season for these boys. And right now we are green flag. Lap 1 of 100. Trevor Roppolo leading off this pack here for the Ford Ecobost 100 season finale ECR BeelineSim series. Let's bring home the trophy. Scotty,
we got three rookies starting in that top three right there. Nick Olson, Caleb Sheets, and Matthew George are the next three, and they're all veterans. So it's a mixed-up field here tonight. Tell you what, Luis Almaso is even back trying to bring on some action. So there's a lot of great talent in this field tonight, and you're going to see it here shortly. These guys are single file already, in line, showing a little bit of patience. It's going to be a good one.
You think we'll have a full green flag run like we did last night in the trucks?
Not sure, man. This series tends to be a little bit more aggressive. I think our most aggressive guys are in this series, so we'll see what it comes down to.
And look at that, we got 31 of Hess and the 81 of Susie on that inside, making a pass on Ford and Jim Westerfield right now. But they're getting it. They're trying to. Looks like
Josh Mayu coming around the inside of Rob Haynes there, looking to get on his inside and take that position.
Looks like that bottom line's a little loose. I know the track temperatures are really hot right now.
Well, track temp's 88 degrees. The air weather's 80. It's partly cloudy out there, late afternoon.
Interesting, because on my overlay, I'm showing 106 on the track.
Maybe you're able to see it after everybody's ran on it, so maybe they heated it up a little bit. That could be true. I know I'm just looking at info, and it just says track is 88 degrees, so maybe with them running on it, it made it a little bit hotter.
Oh, that would be cool if it did do that. I'm thinking you're right, because it's never the same as what it shows on the actual iRacing.
I see a lot of rubber getting kicked up from them guys on the inside. So there's still some marbles down there to be picked up.
I know these guys put in a lot of laps in practice, though, so hopefully that practice can carry over here to the race where they know it's all on the line.
Nick Olson in that fourth position trying to take over the third position of Jonathan Boger. Right now, the top three, Trevor Roppolo, James Lehman, and Jonathan Boger. You see them green numbers, that means they're running for a championship. Although James Lehman has green numbers, and he's out of it, so I guess that's not totally a true statement.
Yeah, just these guys forget to change it, which, you know, is alright, but it shows that they've made it. Same with the overlay. The overlay, they're still green as well.
Nick Olson showing his Dale Jr. pride, running that Exalta, that Budweiser scheme. It's Exalta, but he's basically running the Dale Jr. scheme. I love that car.
Oh, that is a sick-looking car. We got a pass, or it was a pass. The 68 of Rob Haynes was looking to pass Luis Salmazo, and Luis's car is not showing up for some reason.
And we thank you all for watching. If you have any questions, want us to point anything out or anything, just hit us up in the chat. More than happy to communicate with y'all.
Now, from what you've seen with practice, or what you have seen with practice, what do you think is going to be the preferred line here tonight?
I think the middle to the wall. These guys coming down real low, it's going to eat their tires up. I think if you stay by the wall and be patient, you're not going to be fast in the short run, but you will be faster in the long run because it won't be eating your tires as much. I think these guys running in the middle of the track in the corners, it's going to eat your tires up a little bit more than the guys who are on the outside. So guys on the outside staying by the wall probably be faster on a long run.
I'm thinking the same thing. I mean, you see a lot of these guys taking that low line, which I don't know how well it's going to be on the tires. I mean, it's early in the run. We're only 8 laps in. But as long as they don't stay down there and go to that middle high line, they should be good. And I honestly think we'll see people start pitting on around lap 20 and 25. Simply because they can only go 28, 29 laps, but to only get 3 pit stops, if we stay green, then that's going to be the factor right there.
Yes, sir. I think so, too. Definitely agree with you, man. Jeremy Morrison in that 45 just took over the 4th position of Nick Olson, and it ain't over yet because Nick Olson's about to get passed again by Caleb Sheets. I don't know what's going on, but Nick Olson definitely falling off the pace. Luis Almazo coming up high around the 26, and now it looks like the high line's working.
Maybe Nick burned him off a little too early. I mean, depends on how hard he was actually running. Go ahead and take a look back through the field. We got Susie sitting in 10th, Mayu in 11th. We got a battle for 12th place right now with Ford on the inside and Hess on the outside.
I'll tell you, whatever Luis is doing is working, man. You got to pay attention to what he's doing because he went from 12th. He's now currently 7th. 6th, sorry. Passing the most cars so far for 6th position. So whatever he's doing is working.
And Boger is looking on the inside of Lehman. Boger needs a win here tonight. And to try to catch Roppolo is going to be the biggest thing. You know, Roppolo's been fast all season, but that one pit stop or that one caution might screw everything up.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, he's always one corner away from losing the race. That's how it is here, this track especially. Roppolo's running nice and smooth, but he comes up real close to these corners here, these walls, when he comes out on the exit. So a little bit tight there, and he could end his night real early. So you want to be careful, because if you hit the wall here and mess up the fenders, man, it could be over.
Man, what a battle we have going on back here for 6th place.
We got Nick Geilis going into the pits. Something's going on with that car.
The number 19. I'm not sure what's going on. Let's go ahead and take a closer look.
I know they're underfunded, so maybe he just ran the tires out and they're done for the night. Who knows?
Now, he doesn't look like he has any damage, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But Lehman keeping right up with Boger, but Roppolo definitely making a run for himself. He's currently 2.1 seconds ahead of Boger, and Boger's trying to catch him, but I think Roppolo has a better exit. And you can see that he's going right up to the wall there as he's coming out of 4. His car just jumped a little bit. Is there a little bit of a hump going into 1?
Oh, that I couldn't tell you, man.
Or maybe it's just my connection to iRacing, but it looked like there was a little bit of a hump. Let's watch Susie here as he comes around the track and from the same camera angle.
What angle are you using?
I do believe TV3. It just looked really strange. And from this view, you can see how much rubber Nick Olson is pushing up on that upper part of the track. So these boys rubber this track up pretty good, but it still is continuing to be laid down.
Yeah, you can definitely see in the TV3 view that there's a high lane and a medium lane built up with rubber, and interesting to see how that will change over the course of this race and what will work out. Because I know Susie and the driver behind him, they're what's that, Jeffrey Ford? They're running that low lane pretty well. Nick Olson continues to fall back, trying to stay on that high lane, trying to make something work.
And speaking of that high lane, his top 4 right now are running the high lane, and look at that, Luis just snuck himself past Lehman. Lehman's got a little bit of damage. I think he rubbed the wall in that last lap in 1 and 2. So he's got himself some right fender damage.
That fender damage is going to hurt for sure. Aerodynamics play a huge factor in tonight's race, and Luis Almasa is also on the hunt. He is coming with a purpose, that's for sure. Luis, he got knocked out of the chase there in the last round and decided he wanted to show up tonight and try to give it one more go.
Hey, and even if he does win, you know, it's definitely big points for him, but that also means that it relies on points for the rest of the chase driver. Let's go ahead and ride around right now with Trevor Roppolo as we turn it up here on the Yeah Broadcasting Network. And that was a lap around with your current leader, your only leader so far, Trevor Roppolo, here on lap 21 of 100. We should start seeing some green flag pit stops rolling on through these next 3 to 4 laps.
Oh yeah, Nick Olson's already in the pits. He's coming out now.
Let's see if it was a short pit or... Nope, it was a full pit. Him and Guy was both 15 seconds. Respawn in with only 2 tires and fuel. He had a 9.5 second pit stop. So
Trevor Roppolo here coming around Daniel Reese to lap that car.
it's going to be interesting to see how these tire strategies work out, because even then, they should only have 3 green flag pit stops, whether they put on lap 20 or 25. Tire management's going to be a huge factor here tonight, as you guys are now seeing that the high line is the more preferred line to be. However, depends on if you run the high line at the beginning of the race or if you're running it now, is where you can run the low line. Like you see Louise is running the low line here, making a pass, trying to make a pass for second place.
Yeah, that's the battle I'm watching as well, Scott. And it looks like it's working out for Luis, but then again, he's getting a lot of pressure from behind too. The 26 is right there waiting for him to mess up. And don't forget about Rob Haynes back there in his YouTube number 68. He's running for a championship. He's not going to give an inch either. So when he gets up to these boys, he's going to be looking to make something happen.
You know, we spoke with Rob Haynes yesterday. He's one of these guys that stays comfortable where he's at, and then at the very end of the race, you see him with a podium. Especially in this series.
Oh, Rob Haynes going to shoot down. He's going to pit early. He's going to pit early here on lap 25.
And Susie's pitting early as well. So these guys not making the full fuel run, but maybe conserving tires a little bit. Let's go ahead and take a look at the pit stop times to see what they actually do.
Our leader, Trevor Roppolo, in the pits as well. Jeffrey Ford's leaving the pits. Trevor's coming into his stall right now, so that number 90 pit crew is going to come around and probably give him 4, Scotty.
I gotta say, Morrison got 4. Lehman got his damage somewhat repaired. Ford got 4. And it looks like Roppolo's going to get 4. Haynes has got 2. And Susie's getting 4.
And Roppolo's out of the pits there. I'll tell you what, Rob Haynes made up a lot of time on Roppolo in those pits.
But I don't know.
Right there.
I don't know if that 2-tire strategy is going to work out. Maybe you go 2 and 2 and then 4, or 2, 4, 2, 2, 4 and 2.
It'll be interesting to see what the lap differences are. I'll pay attention to the lap times and maybe try to see what if it was worth it or not. I'll look over the next 2 to 3 laps and get back with you.
Awesome. Well, we got a new leader, and that is Luis Salmazo. Leading 2 laps here. Boger led a lap, so he'll get an extra point right there. These extra points, that's what they account for. Matthew George took 4. Chad Angle took 4. Let's see, who else pitted? Mayu took 4. And Susie took 4. And Luis is coming into the pits right now. And bringing Boger right behind him. So maybe these two have a strategy they're working out together. They must be almost out of fuel. This is lap 27 of 100 right now. They have a 28-29 lap fuel run. But if they're running as hard as they are, maybe it's just a lap back.
Yeah, I have Jonathan Boger 28 running into 29. He's now on lap 29 as they cross the line there. So, I mean, these guys ran it to the last drop. And that maybe by doing that, they'll be able to pit extra early on the last run and be able to make up a lot of ground. Maybe that's what they're looking for. Different strategies call for different things. So, I mean, when you're 4.5, 5 seconds back from the leader, you try to look and do something different than the leader.
And Hess has not pitted yet. And he is now. He must be damn near out of fuel.
Oh, yeah, he's coming down pit road right now.
He's the only one who has not pit. Now, I've seen that work out for him in other races that, I've attended, either watching the trucks or this, or even the cup races, that he'll pit right the last second and it will work out for him in the long run. And Roppolo continues to lead. He's got Rob Haynes 2.6 seconds behind him. Nick Olson's in 3rd. Jeremy Morrison 4th. Josh Susie 5th. Jeffrey Ford 6th. Nick Geilas 8th. Caleb Sheets 7th. Jonathan Boger 9th. And Luis Salmazo rounding out your top 10 right now. And he's got Rob Haynes, Matthew George actually right behind him.
It looks like Daniel Reese got his lap back, unless he goes and gets lapped again here soon, but I don't know.
No, you're right. He's sitting 16th on the lead lap. He's about 24 seconds behind Roppolo, so Roppolo might be catching him.
You can see that staying out that late really, really hurt Doug, so we'll see how that works out looking forward here, but he's now 27 seconds back in the last car on the lead lap.
Maybe he's waiting for a caution. But he's also got, looks like, a little bit of damage too. Yeah, he's got damage on both sides, left front and the right front. And Roppolo's catching him. Roppolo's fastest lap was a 30.345. His last lap was a 30.7. So he's lost a little bit of time here after 30 laps, but maybe he's just taking it easy, knowing that he has quite a bit of a lead right now, a little over 4 seconds to Rob Haynes.
This is a nice field, a mixed field here, man. You got 9 veterans and 8 rookies. I think that, how could it get more even?
No, that is really even compared to some of our other series. I mean, then again, we do have a lot of rookies this year. And I want to thank you guys out there for watching. We got 8 people watching right now. We had 10. Go ahead, drop a like and subscribe. Definitely enjoy doing this. Definitely enjoy putting this on for you guys. And these boys love to race out here for the ECR.
And Scotty, I did a little bit of homework here. TREVOR ROPPOLO came in, took 4. Rob Haynes came in, took 2. Now, Rob Haynes picked up a lot of positions while taking 2, but is also half a second slower than TREVOR ROPPOLO right now. So you can look to see him lose some positions here. And overall, TREVOR ROPPOLO has a bigger lead now than when he did when he first came in. So just extending the lead more so now than ever. These guys are really going to probably need a caution in order to catch Trevor, because if this thing stays green, you can all but call it for Trevor.
Yeah, you're right on that. He's a little over 5 seconds ahead of Rob right now, and he's got Nick Olson behind him. Nick Olson just maintaining his position in third, running almost half a second behind. But it's early in the race. We're almost at the halfway. Well, actually, kind of early in the race. We're almost at the halfway point. 15 laps to go before we're halfway. But you know, all it takes is that one caution to screw up everybody's pit strategy.
And Josh Susie's running 5th right now in that 81 car, and he's running a lot faster than the 3rd and 2nd place car as well. So he'll be catching Nick Olson and Rob Haynes here pretty shortly. You can see he's not that far back. You can see him in his windshield. It'll be interesting to see how long it actually takes for him to get them. And if he does, then also he made a good call in the pits.
He's actually up to 4th now. He's currently 8 seconds behind Roppolo. But strategy, you know, I think you're going to see a lot of that tonight. A lot of guys maybe letting up. We saw last night a lot of guys going 3/4 throttle to save on fuel. I don't know if you're going to see that here tonight, because you know these cars get a little better mileage than the trucks, but you never know. And Boger back up to 5th now. We got Jeffrey Ford in 8th. Luis Almazo up to 7th yet again.
Yeah, staying out a little bit later definitely hurt. I think the key here tonight is to pit, get fresh tires as soon as you can, because the fall off is so great.
No, you are right about that. And I don't know, you see right now these guys are basically running that middle line. Now, tomorrow, in the Cup Series, being afternoon, not late afternoon, what do you think is going to be the preferred line out there?
I think you'll very similar to what you've seen last night and tonight, and those cars are tight. Cup cars are probably the tightest, but it depends on the weather, because Cup cars are also afternoon. See, trucks were late afternoon and overcast to kind of simulate a night race. The B cars are late afternoon and dynamic weather, so we got random weather, which ended up what it is, and that's 80 degrees, partly cloudy. Tomorrow night, we don't know what kind of cloud coverage we're going to get, but we will have an afternoon, so it could be even hotter, make it more slick, maybe get a little bit more out of the car. So it'll be interesting to see exactly what happens. I just think that you're going to see it probably be like tonight, man, where they run in the middle to high grooves. Scotty, did you notice that James Lehman backed out of the session about 2 to 3 laps ago? Luis Almazo bet $50 on James. I don't think anybody took that bet, but he did put $50 that James would win tonight. And here he is, 17th place, 4 laps down, backing out of the session.
I wonder what happened. I know he had some damage there. I know he had hit the wall quite a few laps back, but for him to drop like that, he shouldn't have lost that much of his car just by rubbing against the wall like that.
Here we go. Jonathan Boger and Josh Susie caught up to Nick Olson, got right around him. Now Luis Almazo going to do the same thing, getting around him. So whatever happened, Nick Olson's falling back hard like a rock.
And Nick Olson took 4 in fuel, so I'm not sure what's going on. I know he's running that low line, which is probably not the best thing for him. He's keeping real tight to that white line, as where everyone else is running middle to high. So, you know, it all depends on how you drive your car as well.
Yeah, he's running 32-second lap times, which are probably even to Chad Engel back there in 12th. So, I mean, even Josh Mayu. So he's running times like guys outside of the top 10. And there you see he's falling back quick. These guys in the top 5 are very quick here tonight. Nick Geilis, 19 car, coming back into the pits to make his second stop of the night here on lap 43.
and he was the first one to come in, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So, 20 to 21 lap runs. But he's currently 2 laps down as well, so I don't know. He might be expecting a caution. Right now, as we're nearing the halfway point, I honestly don't think you're going to see it. These guys have run each other all year. They've run real hard all year. Maybe they just know that how this track is going to be, that they can't run it extremely hard, and just take it as it is.
Yeah, it's a lot of racing going on, but not really close racing. When you get the position, they kind of just giving it up. So a lot of give and take as we see here tonight, and that's probably going to lead to, like you said, a green flag race. Jeffrey Ford coming up on Nick Olson right now for that 7th place position. Unsponsored Jeffrey Ford, it looks like. He used to have an FEG on there. I'm not sure if I'm just not seeing it. But refresh it? Okay.
Like I
should have the Ford Entertainment Group on there.
Correct. Now, like Luis's paint scheme, I can't see at all for whatever reason. And Ford's going to make a pass on Olsen right now on that low line. Olsen could be laying back, too, waiting for over the halfway mark to really make a move. But, you know, you talk... Go ahead.
I was just going to say, as you see, you get a little bit of momentum on that outside. Overall, I think Jeffrey's going to get him if he can clear him. But on that outside, you just get a little bit more momentum. You see Nick give it back to him here on the outside.
I think these boys battle out for a few laps, and then maybe Nick will lay low a little bit and, you know, give him the position. Susie was just on the bumper of Louise, so these guys duking it out for 4th place.
Jeffrey Ford's going to clear him.
And pulling away, too.
You know, seat time is everything. And I know Nick Olson has a heck of a schedule right now. He's being very busy, not doing as many official races, not racing every single week. He's picking and choosing. And it shows on the track, especially here in ECR, how consistency plays a key in speed and all that. I mean, you have to be on the track. You have to know what the car is going to do. And you have to stick in that groove. I mean, you get a run going, you got to keep going. You know, when you get away from the track, you start to get rust, and it shows when you come back. I can definitely attest to that this year when I got a job here in corrections. I can only race every other week. So it's ring rust, man. You're not able to really get momentum going here. And here we go, Jeffrey Ford, Nick Olson going to come into the pits together. Nick Olson going to get loose in the grass. That's going to hurt him big time.
Coming in the access lane just a little too hot, as you guys see there in this instant replay. But he still managed to be right behind Ford going into the pits, so hopefully he'll capitalize. And Roppolo's going in now, lap 49 of 100. So 25 laps he went. He's going because we're on lap 50 now, but that puts Louise back in 1st place. You'll see Louise come in here in a few laps. Now, let's see what these guys take. Is Roppolo going to take 2 this time, or is he going to take 4? Last time, Rob only took 2. Roppolo takes 4.
Nick Olson got penalized for that, so now I'm wondering if actually the 17 car is going to get penalized. I think I saw him come through the grass here. Let me find out who it was. No, it wasn't 17. Somebody went through the grass.
Is that an iRacing penalty, or is that an RC penalty?
Yeah, iRacing gave him a penalty. We're not going to clear that.
Really? For going through an unsafe pit entrance on that early?
Yep, that's what they did. They gave him an unsafe pit entrance for going into the grass.
That's really strange, because the cones are way after then, too.
So I told these guys, you got to use the access roads. It's very important you stay on the pavement. If you come into the grass, they might look at an unsafe pit entrance. That's why I kind of like Homestead. It polices itself. We don't really have to do much. Here we go. More pit stalls. Josh Susie in second position in that 81 car coming into the pits.
Jim Westerfield up to third now. He should be coming in any time as well. Actually, he's up to second.
A lot of cars, man. I hate to see a caution right now. Sixth on back's a lap down.
Great racing out here, though. These guys all spread out, giving each other enough room to go around the track, not cause really any mayhem. Basically, at this point in the race, we're over the halfway point now, making a safe pit road entry, making it so iRacing does not give you a penalty, and when you come back out, not hitting anybody.
You know, one thing I don't like about green flag cautions is got to take a restroom break.
Right?
So with that said, I'll be right back.
Louise still leading this race right now. 8 laps led. He's got, well, Jim Westerfield's going in now. As I said, he was going to go in any time, sitting in second. But that's going to change here. Louise should be going in here anytime, probably this next time around, if not the time after. He must be getting low on fuel. But leading a few extra laps definitely helps him. He may not be in the chase anymore, but those extra points give him just a little more oomph in the owner's points in ECR. So that's going to put Doug Hess in second. TREVOR ROPPOLO's back up to third. JOHNATHAN Boger's fourth. ROB Haynes is fifth, a lap down. Caleb Sheets is sixth. Jeffrey Ford is eighth. Josh Susie is seventh. Jeremy Morrison's ninth. And Matthew George rounding out your top 10. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the field. We got Chad Engel in 12th. Josh Mayu in 13th. Nick Gallus in 14th. Daniel Reese in 15th, Nick Olson, James Lehman, and Anthony is your RC. So Nick Olson left as well. And Louise is finally in the pit road here on lap 57 of 100.
Trevor's got about a 5-second lead over JOHNATHAN Boger right now when everything squares away. And as you saw Doug Hess, he'll be the last one to pit again. It's going to circle around Trevor, actually coming around Doug Hess, so that's interesting. I'll tell you what, these owners' points, man. Brad Borer, is he even here tonight?
Let me double check. I don't think he is.
I don't see him.
Do
you know that JOHNATHAN Boger is only 14 points behind Brad Borer for the owners' championship? So, with that said, John Boger here is going to pass Brad Borer for owners' points in the final race of the season. And Haters Make Us Famous Racing is going to win the Owners' Championship for the BeelineSim Series.
Wow.
Beautiful thing, man. Beautiful thing. I'm proud of that boy right there. And never, ever let it down. Didn't matter if he had a rough race. He's really cool, calm, and collected. One of the easiest drivers to run for you ever, man. I've been having a lot of fun with Boger here. Call of Duty came out, so me and him been gaming it up on PlayStation a lot lately. And I just told him, man, keep your head up. You know, no matter what happens, you had a great race, great career, great season, all that, man. So hopefully these guys come back next season and we get to see him battle it out again.
And hopefully we will. We got Todd Gilly in the chat. Said he would be in the chat saying Trevor will be hard to beat. He's very fast.
Absolutely. Already up to a 6-second lead.
Almost 7 seconds on Boger. You know, it's crazy. We have how many rookies we have here this season. And speaking of owners' points, we didn't go over that for the Truck Series last night. Do you have any idea who actually took home the Owners' Championship for the Truck Series?
Yeah, I'll take a look at it real quick for you. It's going to be Justin Michael, Full Throttle Motorsports, owned by Johnny Smith. Them guys had over a 60, 70-point lead over Doug Hess. And because Justin won last night, I can almost guarantee you Johnny Smith is going to bring home the Owners' Championship for the Truck Series.
Yeah, that's that. I could definitely see that there. Justin Michael, one of the fastest guys in the Truck Series, very, very dominant, winning more than half the races. So he was this year's Ronnie Norman for sure.
And I'll tell you what, I don't even need to do any math here. I'm looking at it right now, and the 97 car, Haters Make Us Famous Racing, is also going to win tomorrow night's Owners Championship because they're more than 40 points ahead of second place Jerome Gustin. So Haters Make Us Famous Racing is going to win the Beeline and the Cup Series Owners Championship. That guy, whoever owns that team, man, he must be really happy.
Oh, I bet he is. I couldn't imagine who that might be.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
No, I can't remember his name. I think it might be Anthony.
Anthony Thitchener. I can never say his name right. He's got that weird last name.
Right? Man, that was freaking great last year. Doing that first truck race. We got Anthony Thitchener at a booth. And you're like, no, it's Thitchener. Took me like 2 or 3 races to get that right. Oh man, 2 years, can you believe it? 2 years in a row doing the truck broadcast for you guys and loving every second of it.
Oh man, I'll tell you, I love joining the booth, man. I really do. So it's been awesome, and I hope that no matter what happens next year, I don't care what series, we just want you around. Whether you're racing, whether you're broadcasting, I think you should do some racing, man. Maybe go to the truck series and have some fun doing that and broadcast the Cup Series. I think that would be awesome.
Hey, yeah, I might just do that. It's all gonna depend on what night the Cup Series is on. You know, I've already got some stuff lined up for next year, so, but I still hope to stick around.
What night?
I gotta look, but maybe Wednesday night.
Okay, because I'm thinking Cup might move back to Tuesday. We're thinking of dropping a series, either trucks or B cars, and having 2 series, Cup and one of the bottom 2. And then adding K&N for maybe a weekend series every other week. So, hey, K&N would even be a great series to join and race.
Or even broadcast.
Hey, there you go. I'm sponsoring that series, by the way. It's going to be the Haters Make Us Famous K&N series.
K&N Saturday series. Yeah, I'd be all over for broadcasting that over the Cup Series. But as I said, it's going to depend on the night of the week.
I like weekends.
And Saturdays
it's going to be every other
me.
week.
Hey, that works for me. Man, Roppolo, we're on lap 66 going into 67 here. Roppolo just dominating. He's led 53 laps here, going on lap 54 laps led. So, as of right now, as we're coming down to the last third of this race, last quarter of this race, it's looking like he's gonna win. As long as these guys stay green, he pits on lap 80. He'll be golden, I do believe, as long as he does not get a penalty for going onto the grass, going down the access lane. And look at this back here, the 81, the 26, and 4, all going at it right now. 26 going on the outside, but Louise and Susie hitting that middle and low line.
So you're up to 442 subscribers, Scotty. I think that's well over the 100 mark that we tried to hit for an objective last year.
Last year? Last year I was at 100. I think it was like 200 we were trying to hit last year.
So you've gained over 200 this year then. Maybe, I don't remember how many, I know that we hit 420 as an objective. I don't know how many subscribers that would have been over the total year, but I know we were looking to get 420 and we met that goal.
I think I started at 300 at the beginning of the year.
Nice. So yeah, so about 142 subscribers this year.
It's not bad at all. I mean, and it's a mixed bag. It's between here, iRacing, and, you know, me doing my other broadcasts with other games and actually playing them. But, you know, for the most part, I think most of them have come from iRacing. And there's nothing.
I was just looking. Sorry, I was just looking at Luis's car, man. I don't think you're seeing anything wrong there. I think it's just a blank number 4 car, just trying to stay out of everybody's way, have a good race, and not put on too much of a front.
Okay, so you're not seeing it either, but he's taking pictures. I've seen him post pictures with with a theme. So I know Trading Paints had an update, and it's been really crazy lately. Like, I've downloaded the update, then it's reverted back to the old one. I've re-downloaded the new one, it works, and it reverts back to the old one. So I have no idea. Third-party programs, man, make all these paint schemes happen. Sometimes it just does not work. You remember last year, it was right around, it was Phoenix, I do believe, right around that time that the latest update for iRacing broke Trading Paints completely. The API file would not let Trading Paints work.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Didn't we end up rescheduling the Cup race because, or something like that?
Oh, don't make me lie to you. I don't remember.
It was either rescheduling or Rudy, maybe Rudy decided not to broadcast it. I'm not sure because, or no, it wasn't Trading Paints. It was IRTVO. Completely broke IRTVO, and we have.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it was. It wasn't Trading Paints. It was IRTVO, which is the overlay program that we use here on the App Broadcasting Networks to show you the stats, the race, the beautiful, beautiful icons that we have here.
Hey, we got Jonathan Boger pitting here with Josh May. Jonathan Boger was running second, now coming in a little bit early, maybe trying to make up time on TREVOR ROPPOLO. He had about a 9-second gap between him and the leaders, so coming in a little bit early, you could probably expect to see Trevor come in now just to make sure that he doesn't give up that much of a lead. And another thing, too, man, is I was seeing Jeffrey Ford moving up, almost in the top 5 now. A lot of drivers, Luis Almaso cracked into the top 3. A lot of guys are starting to make headway.
Well, I can tell you, Boger and Mayu just did a four tire and fuel run, so, or 4 tire and fuel pit stop. So they're fresh, they're ready to go. I wonder if this is going to work out for Boger. Jim Westerfield's in the pits right now.
Here comes TREVOR ROPPOLO into the pits, so he's not going to get that much of a lead. Trevor's no dummy. Trevor sees somebody come in, he's going to come in as well, maybe try to keep that going. I mean, he can make it to the end. It's only lap 75 for, who is it? Let's see, yeah, it's only lap 75, so he's got plenty of laps to make it to the end.
And he did that perfectly. 25 laps per run, per pit stop. So, you know, and with 100 laps like this, it just works out in his favor.
Yeah, these boys are going to need a caution. Otherwise, Trevor's going to have well over a 10, 11, 12, maybe even a 15-second lead over second place. Dominating fashion. I wonder what it's going to be like tomorrow night, Scotty, because we saw last night in the Truck Series, we saw the winner win the championship, Justin. Tonight, we might see the winner win the championship. Are you going to have to win tomorrow night to win the championship? If you do, I'm going to put my money on Thomas Lattimore, man.
I'm rooting for Ed Adams. I mean, Ed Adams has come quite a long ways. He's using that direct drive wheel. I mean, the better wheel doesn't make you a better driver, but that guy is fast. I mean, you've seen it week in and week out. He's in the top 4. I'm going to have to put my money on him. Oh, Susie's down on the... Oh, no!
Oh, my God, that changes everything. Wow!
As they just pitted, too. Huh. Let's, we're gonna go back and take a look at that replay to see what exactly happened with Susie. It looks like he might have hit the wall coming into 4. He got up and so let me slow that down for you guys so you can actually see what I'm talking about. So maybe you won't be able to see it on the broadcast too well, but I'm gonna slow it down anyways to show you. Maybe that's a little too slow. So you can see he's running this very dark line right here on the upper, very highest part of the track. But you can see directly above him all these little black spots. Let me pause it. All these little black spots on the screen near the wall, that's all the rubber buildup. And what happened with him, what it seems like, is that he got up into the marbles just a little bit too much, caused him to spin out, and having to, he didn't want to stop on the track, but in order for him to stop and not slide into that pit wall, he had to make the adjustments, bring out the caution. Unfortunate, because it's going to change everything, like Anthony said.
81 will be the EOL. He kind of just lost it in front of a car there, and hold on one second. And he lost it and got below the white line there and tried to get it back going. When he came above the white line there, a caution came out.
So a lot of these guys are going to get their laps back. Susie's going into pits. Some of these guys are still a lap down, so it's going to be interesting, because right now, who I'm seeing on the lead lap in first place is again Roppolo, but he'll have Rob Haynes on his outside, he'll have Louise on his inside, and he'll have Boger in fourth place. So this is going to be an interesting last 20 laps, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen.
Josh Susie voicing his frustrations out there with getting the EOL. He didn't think that it should have been called on him, but it couldn't have been anybody else. And you have to give an EOL when things like that happen. Had he kept it below the white line, I don't think I would have gave it to him. Because he came above the white line going so slow with cars coming around the corner, that's why iRacing called a caution. So you have to be weary about stuff like that when somebody's coming above that white line onto the racing surface at about 20 miles an hour with cars coming. iRacing's going to call the caution. Had he kept it below the white line and iRacing called it, I wouldn't have gave him an EOL.
No, I hear you there. Now, some tracks it's really hard to call, like Phoenix. You know, Phoenix, iRacing considers the entire track racing surface. You know, even below the yellow line, which isn't right, because if it's below the yellow line, it should not be racing surface.
And what that EOL is going to do also is stop Josh Susie from getting the wave around. He would have stayed out, got a wave around, got back on the lead lap. So that spin around hurts him bad. Him, Josh Mayu, Nick Geilis, Jim Westerfield, and Chad Engel are all going to be a lap down. And Josh Susie's probably going to start 13th, the last car a lap down. So 9 cars on the lead lap. Matthew George is going to bring up the rear, running for a championship. He was that underdog looking to make something happen here, but hasn't shown anything yet. 7th fastest in practice, qualified 6th, currently sitting 9th. Doug Hess, our other champion, no, not Doug Hess, sorry, Jonathan Boger, our other championship contender, sitting 4th. Rob Haynes 2nd, and TREVOR ROPPOLO 1st. Those are your championship contenders.
Man, what do you think is going to happen now that these boys are all stacked up together again, not having to worry about their pit stops so much?
I think cautions breed cautions, so we might not see a 20-lap run to the end here, but if we do, hey, it's 20 laps, we don't have to pit again. Give it your all, and with that said, I think you probably might see another caution, because these guys can be very aggressive. You can be. You don't have to pit again. You know, you don't have to really worry about saving tires. It's 20 to go. It's time to go. If there's any point where you say, man, let's go, it's now.
Well, hopefully I don't see another caution, but we are back to green flag racing. Oh, almost a lane change.
Oh, yeah, it was a nasty little restart there, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. It looked like Ford almost had a lane change penalty. That would have been a black flag for him.
Daniel Reese sitting in 14th right now, 2 laps down. Not making much happen here tonight. Douglas Hess sitting in 7th. He's behind Daniel, trying to come on to his inside. Just looking at a little bit of these guys here in the back. Josh Mayu staying high for Susie. Susie's coming back around him, trying to get back up to the front. Just going to run through the field here, Scotty. Jeremy Morrison in that 45 car. 15th fastest in practice, qualified 7th, now 6th, passing Jeffrey Ford. Going to take over that 5th position there. Moving up forward here, looking at the 4th place contender, Rob Haynes. Looking at that top 3 there when you look through his windshield. Them 3 are getting away. He's going to have to step on it. Otherwise, Josh Susie is going to be right in his mirror. Susie comes around the 45. Top 3, Jonathan Boger sitting in 3rd right now, looking at his chase going away as we get another caution, Scotty.
And I saw that just as I switched to Rob Haynes' rear view. That's going to be the 98 of Ford. I'm not sure if he got spun out or if he was just running a little rough. Let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick.
Yeah, just got a little bit loose, came back up the track, hit the wall. Thankfully, the second caution with nobody else involved. We haven't had anybody caught up in a caution yet except for the guys who spun. So good job on Jeffrey Ford and keeping it still, not trying to take anybody out and just trying to collect it, getting it going there. It's a good job.
Now, definitely good for him. It doesn't look like a lot of damage, but maybe he'll be able to finish out the rest of this race. And we have a few people going into pits right now.
Yes, sir. Matthew George, Caleb Sheets, Doug Hess. You got Rob Haynes coming into the pits, and Jeremy Morrison. Questionable call by Rob Haynes. Got a championship on the line. Only guy running for a championship that came into the pits there. So see what happens here, man, and how it works out for him.
Maybe he's thinking there's going to be another caution.
Oh, actually, him and Matthew George. So we got 2 championship contenders staying out. We got 2 pitting. So we'll see how it works out for him, because I'll tell you what, if there's more cautions, it could help these guys out and having the fresh tires for the end here. I'd rather have fresh tires. I don't know about you.
Oh, definitely, especially the track temperatures being the way they are, and the wind speeds. You're going to have to cope with that. And now there's so much rubber buildup, you can see, you know, like Jeff, he got loose for being on that bottom, running just a little too hard, but it's bound to happen. Fresh tires will do that sometimes.
And if I'm Rob Haynes, I think, you know, you don't have the speed to beat Trevor, so you're going to need an upper advantage, right? And getting 4 tires while he stays out and keeps his old tires, you know, that's an advantage right there. So that's an advantage that Rob Haynes is looking for. Maybe he can make something work, make something happen, and try to catch the number 90 of Trevor and go on to win this championship. Who knows? We'll see how it works out, though. We'll be watching.
Yes, we will. We got 15 laps to go here. We got 10 people watching. Thank you, guys. Definitely appreciate that. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this race here tonight as much as me and Anthony are.
Hey, man, appreciate it, you guys. Anything you guys want to, anybody you want to watch, any camera angles you want to see, let us know in the chat. Don't be shy. Hit us up, ECR League, in the chat. We're watching. Thank you guys all, man. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe. Come back and watch us again next year. We'll be doing some racing in the off season as well. So if you guys want to apply to the league, we will be looking at applications, ecrleague.com. Hit us up.
Makes me wonder who we're gonna get for sponsors next year. I mean, we had, you know, Pit Stop Designs and BeelineSim this year, but it's a whole new year. Maybe reaching out a little different to newer people.
I can tell you, Pit Stop Designs will return. Haters Makes Famous will be a new sponsor. And as far as the other series, I'm not sure, man. No, you know, there's always, like you said, somebody else coming.
Well, hopefully we find a good sponsor, have them stick around all year. It's a long season, but it's definitely worth being out here for the long season. And these boys are doubling up again. The Wheeze on the outside now of Roppolo. The Wheeze is fast. He knows how to be fast, but can he keep TREVOR ROPPOLO out of that first place position? And I hope the stream is looking good on your guys' end. Hope it sounds good. Definitely, it's definitely been great here tonight.
Top 3 contenders in the series are top 4 right now. First, third, fourth, and then the other one's 8th. Going to be interesting here. You're going to hope that Luis gets a nice run on the outside. Rob Haynes right behind him, so they need a good run to get it going. Rob Haynes is going to get a good run here on the outside, right behind Luis. Jonathan Boger a little bit slow. This is going to be tight coming into turn 1 here. Rob Haynes going to take the inside, try to get around Luis Almaso, and your top 3, if he gets around Luis, is going to be championship contender, Scotty.
Man, oh man, as we have 13 laps to go. Will they make it green for the next 13 laps? Or will we see another caution? Hopefully these boys will make it green. They know what's ahead of them. And Boger is getting right on the bumper of TREVOR ROPPOLO right now.
All he needs to. He knows he's got Luis in his rear view mirror. Luis is really fast. Here goes, oh my God, oh! Luis gets bumped up the track. Oh, that was a good move there by Rob Haynes in that 68. That's championship style right there. Hey, bud, move it. I got a championship to go get.
And knowing...
My bad if I'm loud there, Scotty. This is exciting racing right here.
No, I hear ya. Definitely hear ya. And, you know how Luis runs. He will give you the room. He'll make you race it. But he will give you the room, especially knowing that you're running for the championship.
Oh, these guys are making it exciting, that's for sure. 10 to go. Rob Haynes sitting in third, man, with about 10 feet in front of him to win a championship. Same thing for Jonathan Boger. He's got a car length in front of him to get the lead and make it happen, man. TREVOR ROPPOLO is probably sweating balls right now.
I think you might be right. You see Boger is right on him as we are now 10 to go here for the Ford EcoBoost 100. This is it. This is all she wrote. 10 laps to go left in the BeelineSim series.
Well, these guys aren't giving an inch either. They're not letting Trevor get away. Boger holding the bottom. Haynes going to look high. Are they going to make something happen in turn 3? Here we go. Haynes going to look high. Boger's going to keep it low. Haynes might get the momentum going on here as he goes for the second place position. Not going to make it happen. Boger's going to come up, keep the second place, and here comes Luis back in the picture, back and forth.
And Rob Haynes looking on that low line now for Boger. Will he make it work? I mean, it's going to be tough down there. All that rubber buildup, but he seems to not be letting up on Boger at all.
Jeremy Morrison back in 5th. Didn't even see him in the picture. He's probably going to be really happy about this top 5 finish. I know that. That's a good finish for Jeremy Morrison. He'll be proud. But, man, the picture right now is this top 3. Luis is just sitting back letting these guys race, and that's awesome for Luis. I know he's got the speed to get around these guys. But, man, Rob Haynes putting the pressure on. Now getting pressure from Luis. Is Luis going to make something happen, or is he going to let these guys battle? What do you think, Scotty?
It's going to be tough. Luis, wants to win as much as the next guy. And for him to win the championship, well, not him to win the championship, but him to win this race, it will then go by points. So, honestly, he might be waiting for Rob Haynes and Boger to make a mistake and then get into that second place spot.
Well, Boger has lost 2/10 to the leader in the past 3 laps. Running slower laps. Haynes is actually faster than Boger, just can't get around him. So, yeah, as you always say, man, you don't have to be the fastest car. You just got to find a way around him. Haynes can get second place if he tries to find his way around Boger here. As these guys were fighting, TREVOR ROPPOLO is just looking back like, you guys fight at it. I'm going to go ahead and win a championship here. He's getting away from him. They're starting to spread out a little bit. And here goes Luis. Here goes Luis on the inside of Rob Haynes. Rob Haynes is pretty much sewed up. He lets Luis by here and can't make it. He's not going to have a chance of getting second place there, and Boger is now hunting down the leader.
Well, you can see Luis there pretty much eye to eye with Rob Haynes right now. We got Todd Gillies says, come on, 17. We got 13 people watching the final 5 laps of this race right now.
Welcome to the race, fellas. You picked a great time to ride along with us. Hey, Scotty, do you got a far chase on you by any chance?
Indeed I do.
Hey, man, that top 3, sitting along with Rob Haynes in a far chase is really good view right now. Just seeing how it is with this side racing going on. Him in the 4 car. Luis is not giving up. He's going to fight for it. And there comes the 5th place car of Jeremy Morrison, man. They're all catching up now. As this fight goes on, we're all fighting for position. Jeremy Morrison in 5th. Caleb Sheets now in the picture up under Jeremy Morrison. And there comes Josh Susie. He's like, wait a minute, I want to try to get positions as well. So, man, it's going to be some great battle. We're 2 by 2. These guys are all battling for position, but the real picture's 1-2 right now. Can Boger catch Trevor? He's doing a great job at staying with him. Just don't know if he'll be able to catch him. We're coming to the line. It's going to be 3 to go.
Yeah, Boger is a little over half a second behind ROPPOLO, so 3 laps to go. Will he make up that half a second?
At 3 to go, man. If I'm in Boger's shoes, man, you want to nail every lap as perfect as you can. You can't give up. I know that he is half a second behind, and it's going to be hard to catch him. But man, you're hoping that Trevor messes up right here if you're in Boger's shoes, man. Otherwise, it's Trevor's show to win, and I'll tell you what, he earned it. Trevor wins this, man. He earned it. The cautions made him earn it. I think that there's nothing better than having a late race caution and having to go out and earn a championship.
Oh, I hear you there. He's definitely put in his time this season. We got Ralph Vandervoorst in the chat saying he wished he could have made the race. Ralph Vandervoorst made the chase this season. He definitely a fast driver himself. It is unfortunate that he couldn't be here, but definitely good spirits with you, Ralph. It was great having you here for the BeelineSim series. Hopefully you join us back next year for the 2018 season.
And Josh Susi going to get around Luis Salmaso on the outside. He's not quite clear yet. Salmaso's trying to make something happen. He's going to get clear now, though. He's going to block Jeremy Morrison for that 5th position, and Susi into the 4th position. Looking to take 3rd right now from Rob Haynes. Is Rob Haynes going to fall back? Or are we going to get the top 3 championship competitors to finish 3rd? I don't know. Here comes Susi on the inside. Going to make it happen as they come to the checkered flag. TREVOR ROPPOLO, your 2017 BeelineSim Series champion.
Wow, what an awesome race out there. I bet Roppolo is just bouncing off the walls right now. The cleanest car here on the track tonight as well. So your championship is the top. Your top 3 are all chase contenders. The only one that did not make it was Matthew George. But what we can do is we can bring up all the chase contenders that didn't make it into the top 4. And we'll go on board with Roppolo as he makes his final burnout for the 2017 UCR BeelineSim Series season. Joseph Tice is attaboy. TREVOR ROPPOLO, teammate, champ, Ralph Vandervoorst says great show. Thank you guys for being here. Definitely appreciate it. And Roppolo burning up them tires right now, trying to blow that engine. Go ahead and take a look at your results here tonight for Homestead, Miami, the final race for the 2017 BeelineSim Series season. Your winner here tonight and series champion TREVOR ROPPOLO, number 17 Jonathan Boger, number 81 Josh Susi, number 68 Rob Haynes, number 4 Luis Salmaso, number 45 Jeremy Morrison, number 26 Caleb Sheets, number 28 Matthew George, number 98 Jeffrey Ford, the number 31 Douglas Hess rounding out your top 10, followed by Nick Geilis in the 19 and 11th, 61 of Josh Mayo in 12th, the 2 of Chad Angle in 13th, 33 of Daniel Reese in 14th, 62 of Jim Westerfield in 15th, 24 Nick Olson in 16th, and James Lehman in 17th in that 05. Todd Gillies says big grats to Trevor the Rocket Roppolo for winning the Beeline title. And Anthony, if you want to start pulling them down, start doing interviews, I will work on the pictures for you.
10-4. Actually making a picture right now. I know you got the Victory Lane photo.
Yeah, I do. Hold on 1 second, guys.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be dramatic too. Sorry, guys.
Did Rob Haynes get third, or did Susie get third?
Susie got third.
Gotcha.
I'm grabbing the top 4 because Rob Haynes ran a hell of a race, third in championship points, so I grabbed him as well.
All right, well, I'll bring up Susie.
That's who I was looking for, Susie.
Got him. All right, Anthony, go ahead with the interviews, and I'll get on these logos.
Well, I'm down here right now with Rob Haynes in that number 68 YouTube Chevy. Rob Haynes, man, what a great race. You ran a hell of a race here tonight. Didn't have the speed to quite make it happen. I know you qualified, 8th. You finished 4th, so you came up a little bit, 10th fastest in practice. So I know you can't be that mad, but man, bittersweet for you, I know for sure. You had a hell of a year. One of the guys that's been competitive, just didn't have enough to make it happen tonight, man. Is there anything that you could have done different tonight that you think would have helped you go on to win this race?
No, you know, Anthony, it was a good race. Man, I tried everything. I tried 2 tires, 4 tires there, and then 4 tires there at the end. I thought I was going to have something for those 2 guys up front, and it just didn't materialize. Those the 4 fresh ones didn't help at all, and man, disappointed. But congrats out to Trevor and Jonathan, Matthew, George. Great running with you guys all year long, and man, looking forward to next year. And man, I'm just disappointed tonight.
I hear that, man.
I tried it. I tried everything I could, and just couldn't pull it together there at the end. And congrats out.
Hey, man, you ran a hell of a race. I know disappointment is a small thing, but I mean, you did a great job. What a hell of a year. Obviously, everybody wants to win a championship, but keep your head up, man. There's always next year. You know, you had a hell of a year, great racing, man. You had a few wins under your belt there, and just be able to come back next year and then contend again. What are your thoughts for next year? What are your plans? Do you have any yet?
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Cup, Anthony. Looking for something a little bit different, and try my hand out in the Cup cars, and see if I can compete with the big guys at ECR, and you know, with the broadcasting, and you know, everybody else who's on board, BeelineSims, and I think we'll have a good year next year.
Hey, man, that's definitely a possibility. Do you have any interest in the K&N series that might be added next year?
Yeah, I'll definitely look at everything. Hey, you know me, Anthony. I've been around ECR a couple of years now, and I look forward to the changes throughout the off season sometimes, because hey, it adds a bit of excitement in the new year, and everybody's raring to go, and you got a couple of real changes, and it's always fun.
Yeah, man, definitely. We're gonna let everybody run for that K&N Series championship, so that'll be something right there. I think Scotty has a couple questions for you.
Yeah, man. How did it feel to be in the Final Four of this BeelineSim series this year?
Yeah, same as last year. Man, I was excited. I was pumped about tonight. Practice sucked. I really didn't have a good handle in practice, and qualifying, I think, reflected that. But throughout the race, pit crew, again, the YouTube crew came together and got me to right behind Trevor. Man, I think after the first pit stop, I came out right behind him. I took 2 tires, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to pass him, but at least I was there and ahead of those other guys. So, hey, I gave it a shot, and there's always next year, eh?
Hey, always next year. Definitely big congratulations to you for making it.
Thanks, Scotty.
Yeah, no, definitely great racing from you all out there tonight. And I do believe we have 3rd place up here tonight. 81, Josh Susie. Do you got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Man, what a run at the end between you and Rob Haynes there. Almost thought he had 3rd place, but you stuck up right there. That late caution, you spinning out, definitely couldn't have been helped. But what are your thoughts on tonight?
Well, I started off the race pissed at myself because I threw away qualifying, and I definitely had enough speed to be up there in the top 3 probably. And then when you come through the field, you just gotta burn up your car, and it sets you back. So that was a struggle. And then the caution come out when it really shouldn't have, but was able to be fortunate enough to get in a lucky dog spot and get a quickie caution to put me to line up in 10th and then to charge up to 3rd. I think that really said something about the speed in the vehicle. But, you know, I'm pretty disappointed. I wanted to go head to head with Trevor and everyone else that was running up front. I felt like I had a really decent shot, but, you know, how the cards fell, it didn't work out in my favor.
Yeah, but still, it's a podium finish, man. They got to look at it that way.
Oh, you know me, Scotty. I'm not happy unless I'm first.
That is true. Is there anyone you'd like to thank out there tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank my wife, my daughter, Army, BeelineSims, ECR, all the admins, everyone that shows up to race, and the internet for staying stable for most people in here and having a pretty decent race. And yeah, it's this off season's been a long time coming.
Yeah, I know. I hear there. Well, with that said, we'll go back down to Anthony for second place, Jonathan Boger.
I'm down here celebrating with Jonathan Boger, and I know Jonathan Boger isn't happy with second. He definitely wanted to win this thing, had the car to do it. Qualifying time, man, only, what, 5/10 off of Trevor Roppolo. Well, 5/100, sorry. Just really close racing. What an effort there at the end. Watched you guys battle it out, and you didn't want to let it go, man. But, you know, Trevor just had that car to make it happen tonight. I know you're not happy with second, but you got to be happy with winning the Owners Championship for Haters Make Us Famous, fans. You go on, you're going to pass first place. You're going to get Haters Make Us Famous into victory circle here somehow tonight, winning the Owners Championship and getting second place in the Drivers Championship. So it's got to be a hell of a year in your rookie year effort here, Jonathan Boger, man. Congratulations on that. What do you think about tonight, man? And just, you know, your thoughts on the season and everything that happened.
Well, this year was like a little shaky to start off the year. You know, I should have gotten some better finishes, but some bad luck. But midway through, we got it turned around, got a couple wins, and then I'm just excited to make it to the final four in my first year in this series, and thanking you for letting me win that Owners Championship for you.
Yeah, man, hell of a year. You definitely had the consistency. Consistency is key for the Owners Championship. So you're hell of a man, and definitely thank you for driving that car all year. You did a great job. You know, on to bigger and better things probably next year. What are your plans for next year?
I'm kind of deciding, probably between Cup and probably the B car. I'm not 100% sure yet.
Awesome, man. Well, you know you got a ride offer. I'll say it right here on the broadcast. You need a ride, you know, to hit up, man. But after this year, hitting second place in the Drivers' Championship there, you'll have enough money to do your own thing. So are you interested in actually starting up the team at all next year for any of the series?
We'll just have to wait and see what next year brings for me.
I hear that, man. It's a good answer. You got anybody you want to thank here?
I'd like to thank the series and then the league, and then also my sponsor of Leaf Filter for sponsoring me this year, and then to BeelineSims for sponsoring this series for us.
Hey, man, BeelineSims, man, has some great products. We hope they had a great year, and thank them for everything that they did for us this year for sure. Man, Jonathan Boger, great race, man. Sorry you came up short. Congratulations again, man.
Thank you.
Hey, Scotty, are you in victory circle there with Trevor Roppolo?
Oh, man, I sure am. Trevor Roppolo. Hell of a win here tonight. Win for the entire series. Man to beat all year around. Man, how are you feeling right now?
Man, thank you. Yes, I'm feeling good and relieved that I was able to execute tonight and hit my marks and just not make any mistakes. I got to be honest, I was pretty damn nervous for the last couple of days, actually, just kind of in anticipation of this. And so, yeah, I'm really, really glad it's over with. I'm really happy I could get the job done.
Man, what a race out there. What was going through your mind on those last few cautions that were coming around? You had just literally pitted.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to murder whoever brought that caution out, and then I had the field. Just I had him. It was done. I was just counting down laps and waiting for it to end. But yeah, I definitely wanted to kill him at the time. I thought I was in trouble there. Once Haynes I saw him go into the pits. He was restarting fourth with 4 tires, so that made me really nervous. So I just had to, really buckle down and focus and hope he got held up.
Well, hey, that still worked out for you in the long run. Haynes was still able to get up and forth, so definitely did help him in the long run. Anyone you'd like to thank here tonight? Thank for the season?
Yeah, I mean, Stephen Massey, haven't seen him in a while, but I want to thank him, Redline Racing, for putting me in the car all season. That was really cool of him. All my RBR teammates, Bruce Ackerman, Joseph Tice, Adam de Blasio, Carl Shedd, for pushing me every week to get better. Those guys, I don't know if you know who any of them are, but they are just so fast. So to just be in the same room with them makes you better. Racing Electronics, Ford, Fan Vision, BeelineSim products, Anthony, all the admins for stepping up and making this possible every week. All the broadcast crews, you guys have mispronounced my name all season, and I appreciate that. I think it's been good luck. I think Roppolo has served me better than the actual pronunciation, Roppolo. So I'm thinking about. Yeah,
we disagreed all night long, me and Scotty. He said Roppolo, I said Roppolo.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get it legally changed because the Roppolo has worked out well. So Trevor Roppolo from now on.
Hey, that's the main accent. That's what you get.
Yeah, and just thanks to all my competitors, all the guys that made the Final Four for Racing Clean. A lot of respect for those guys. I mean, just that Final Four was well. I think a really good, solid Final Four. There's a couple other guys that I know didn't make it out of the last room that are really good too. I think BeelineSim Series, has a pretty good group of drivers. We just need a few more of them, and this could be a heck of a series.
Trevor, I got a question for you, man.
Sure.
Do you got any plans for next year? You plan on sticking around, maybe moving to a different series? What are the plans next year? You owner, driver?
I definitely want to stick around. I think ECR has just been a lot of fun. I like everything about it. I love the simulated earnings and that kind of that aspect of it, and just everybody's really cool. It's usually pretty clean racing. I like it a lot, so I plan to stick around. I don't know what my funds look like and how much it costs to buy a cup ride, but I think I would like to go cup racing next year. Race over there with some of those guys like Thomas and Ackerman and some of those other fast guys. You, of course.
Hey, when you win a championship here in ECR, you got enough money to do anything you want. So I know when you go on and win and get this driver's check, man, and we go and update your funds, you're like, God damn, I got that much? No, man, you'll be able to do something next year. Look, 20 starts, man, over the course of the series in a 33 race season. You came on late, but you came on strong. You did 20 races. You had 14 top 5s and 10s. You had 8 wins, 5 poles, man. Just an extraordinary year. And then they made you earn it. I mean, you had a hell of a lead there, over a 10-second lead. These guys had a late caution and made you earn that. So there's nothing to be mad about, man. You definitely went on to earn that. Congratulations again. Well earned, man. BeelineSim Series champion. How does that feel?
I like it. I like it a lot. Thank you.
Way to go, Trevor.
Thanks, Rob.
Well, congrats again, man. And I know the trophy will be on its way. You'll get that this off season, and hopefully we see that picture, you holding it up high, that's for sure. Scotty, go ahead and take it over, man.
Well, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, big congratulations to everybody that did make it in the chase. Big thanks to everybody that actually ran in the BeelineSim Series this year. It's been a long season, but we're hoping this short off season we recruit more people for the new year. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for watching This is the final broadcast for the BeelineSim Series 2017 season. You guys all have a great night. Thank you.